Hey, welcome to Pitchside, Gunnar Louis. Now, this is all about the race for the top four, and I'll stick in Leicester Liverpool. What happened last night as well? Yesterday was a big day. Arsenal's game was called off because of COVID. COVID in the Wolves camp, and I think four Arsenal players have got COVID. Important players as well. But I think Wolves have more cases. So anyway, it was called off. But in a way, it's pretty cool because it gave in a way, it's perfect for Arsenal because it doesn't stop on momentum. We play Saturday, or was it Friday? No, Saturday. We play champions at home, Man City. Toughest, you ain't going to get a tougher game at home. And that will test, well, see where we're at. And sometimes you can't really judge yourself where you're at against City because they're so good, but it will test where we're at. We've only been beaten once all season. That's when Chelsea slapped us up 2-0. And Pablo Mari is still having nightmares of that's what Lukaku's debut for Chelsea when he re-signed from Inter. When he terrorised Pablo Mari. He's only just been. I've seen him around the camp again. He's back. What is he doing back? I mean, what is he doing? Oh, even seeing Rob Holding on the pitch, I didn't like that against Norwich. Okay, anyway, I'm not talking about that. I concentrated on Saint Spurs yesterday because for me, the night before yesterday, so the day after Boxing Day after Arsenal slapped up Norwich, and that's what you should do. When you go to these bottom teams, no disrespect, you should slap them up. City would, Liverpool would, Chelsea probably would. Arsenal did 5-0. I wouldn't expect City, Liverpool, or Chelsea not to do the same. A comfortable 3-5-0 win, easily away from home. That's the sort of score you'd expect City or Liverpool to win, isn't it? It is. Even Chelsea don't seem to score that many goals, but it wouldn't surprise you if they did. But that's what you do to teams at the bottom. You impose yourself, you press, be aggressive, and that's what I love about the inclusion of Gabriel Martinelli. He epitomises the press, the aggression that Arsenal set the tempo at. He's perfect. Yeah? If we're not having the greatest day at the office, Martinelli can get us going. He's really important player. He's become a really important player for us in a matter of a month. So, the big game was on Spurs because it was a game in hand. Our game was called off. I mean, they got games in hand anyway. But the thing is, right, Spurs are unbeaten. And it's a record Conte set now. New manager hasn't been beaten yet. Well, that defeat's coming for me. And it will come on the road. Well, it might come at home yet. We'll see. We'll see when Arsenal visit. And that's all. It's only about 2.5 weeks away, mate. It's barely that. We'll see. I shall be there. I can't fucking wait. It's a fortress. Conte's managed to turn the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium into a fortress. Emirates, fortress. So that's why I think we're going to give Man City a good game on New Year's Day. I don't think they'll slap us up. Lee Gunner's like, they're going to slap us up. Fucking Spurs, they're going to slap us up. Even if we lose both games, I don't think we'll get slapped up. And I don't think we're going to lose both games. I think we'll get something out of one of them at least. So that's just my opinion. So Saints took the lead early through James Ward-Prowse. Fantastic strike. I think it was just inside the box. He hit it with curve and spin on it, and it beat Lloris quite easily. And Saints were 1-up and looking quite comfortable. But then Spurs started getting back in the game. Son was causing problems with his pace, brought down, penalty. I'd just let Son shoot and see what happens. But like they said, I'll get to this point. Harry Kane put the penalty in, it was 1-1. But then Saints changed their tactics. Instead of being as open as they were, looking for the win, they went into a low block. Remember, Saints were missing their two best centre-backs through COVID. I mean, Spurs pretty much got a full team. No excuses. And that was a red card, by the way, for that penalty. It was a red card. And it was in 40... I don't know if it was a red card for the penalty or not. The guy got sent off on the 38th or 40th minute. So Spurs have got 5-6 minutes for half time. They got a good 55-60 minutes almost against 10 men with no centre backs. With no recognised centre backs. And they couldn't break Saints down. Conte, Magic Conte, Super Conte. I was expecting, and Tottenham did score. Harry Kane was offside. Thank God for VAR, because that would have been given. I think his fingernail was offside. The VAR man must be an Arsenal fan. Nah, I'm only joking. He was offside. He was just offside. The letter of the law, he was offside. So it ended 1-1. A massive, that really, with Arsenal not playing, that's a game chalked off. That they could have leapfrogged us by an extra 2 points. Yeah, massive. West Ham went to Watford, needed to get back to winning ways, did 4-1 victory. Watford actually took the lead, but West Ham fought back and looked back to their old selves, really. Looked pretty good in the second half. I thought Bowen played well. And they're back to winning ways. They played the same amount of games as Arsenal, but because they beat them, we have a 4-point lead over West Ham. So that's a nice cushion. Even if we were to lose to Man City, we would have a 4-point lead over West Ham. But the night before that, Manchester United went to Newcastle. Everyone expecting a slapping. What happens? Man U get the slapping, but don't get the defeat. They got battered from pillar to post. Alain Saint-Maximin put them in a deserved lead. Absolute top corner. Beautiful goal. He's a baller when he wants to be. I think something Newcastle fans get a little bit frustrated with him, but when he's on the ball, he's on the ball. He really, he has got some talent there, Saint-Maximin. Excellent goal. And David De Gea was keeping them in it, big style. and Edison Cavani equalised with about 20 minutes to go. De Gea again near the end was one save. I can't remember who it was. It was a left-footed strike just from outside the box, and it was destined. It was going top corner, and somehow he got a hand to it. For me, David De Gea has been the player of the season at Manchester United so far. Easily. Easily. Player of the season. Man U have 28 points. They are currently 7 points off top 4. 7 points off Arsenal, but have 2 games in hand. They Burnley. Lancashire Derby on New Year's Day. I mean, a lot on the Big Six have predicted a Burnley away win. I can't see that. I mean, you say it every week. I mean, look at the way they struggled against Norwich. A Ronaldo penalty, and it was dubious, to say the least. They got battered off the pitch. They got outplayed by Norwich. Look what Arsenal have just gone and done to Norwich. If you want to finish in the top 4, like I said, that's what you should be doing to teams like Norwich. Not winning scrapey 1-0s. Battering them. That's why I don't think Manchester United will finish in the top 4 this season. They should have got a manager straight in. Ranić in to appoint a new manager straight away. Buy him out his contract. Ten Hag, whatever, whoever, I don't care. Just get him in. I don't think Ranić's up to it, mate. I don't. Anyway, the gherkin press ain't working. Apparently they don't like gherkins up in Newcastle. The gherkin press. That's Big Steve calls that. How's your gherkin press, man, you? Anyway, the gherkin press. If they were to win them 2 games in hand, 31, 34, they'd be a point behind us. So, theoretically, you know, we can't really afford to. You expect them to beat Burnley, wouldn't you? But Spurs is interesting. They're strong at home, weak on. They're not as strong. I think they're quite weak on the road. They're susceptible on the road. And Conte's not been beat yet. I would love. Let's put this down there. Let his first defeat come in the North London derby. Arsenal don't have a bad record against Conte. They don't. I remember when we smashed them up against Chelsea. He changed his formation in the second half and then went on to win the league with Chelsea. This is Spurs we're talking about. But I remember Mesut Ozil chipping Petr Cech. I remember that game. But yeah. I don't think Tottenham are top. When I look at Tottenham's team and I look at Arsenal's team, even if Tottenham are to bring in a couple of players, they are nowhere near on an individual scale. They're nowhere near Arsenal. They got a better striker than us, for sure. Harry Kane on his day. And it's looking. Callum Wilson's out. Maximan's out. Now Newcastle are interested in Aubameyang. Now, all talks to Philip Coutinho and all this. I don't think we need him. We've got playmakers. Odegaard, Smith Rowe. I honestly don't want a player like Philip Coutinho at Arsenal. He was great at Liverpool. And since he went to Barcelona, he's done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why would we want him? It would only be a loan period until Aubameyang's and Coutinho's contracts both end, and then we could let them both go. To be honest, if it was to happen, I would rather have Coutinho and buy a striker. We're going to have to buy a striker in January. We've got one. Everyone on this channel knows who I want. I want Dusan Vlahovic. End of. It's just, I don't care. He's not picking up the phone to Arsenal. But he picks up the phone to Spurs, who are way behind us and with a much shitter team. No. Spurs have had a lift because they got Conte. He's an elite winner. He's a great manager, but he's got a couple of world-class players, and the rest is shit. He's got Son and Kane. That's it. He's got some good players. Lucas Moura's a good player. Dele Alli can be a good player. Players like that, they're good players. They're not world class. Arsenal have got some world class players. Anyway, Manchester United, for me, West Ham, by the way, well done. That was a good win at Watford. But I just don't think they got the legs. I just don't see West Ham finishing. I can see them finishing top 6, maybe 7th. But the squad's not deep enough. And apparently Chelsea want Declan Rice. Man, maybe they should let him go and invest. Get as much as you can for him. I'd stick 150 on his price tag. Not 100. I'd stick 150 on. Personally, I think a better player than Declan Rice is Jude Bellingham. I think he's just as good. That's who I'd like Arsenal to sign, Jude Bellingham. I think he's out of our price range. I could see him ending up at Man City or something like that. I know Liverpool are desperate for him. Too much money. Man U, for me, are the biggest concern. If you're a Manchester United fan, you've got to be worried. I see it's getting worse before it gets better. Even if they beat Burnley, it don't matter because tougher tests are coming. Yeah, you're playing Burnley every week. And who's to say they're even going to beat Burnley? Top 4 races hotting up. Arsenal are in pole position, and I think if we can get a positive result against Manchester City, well, that's either a win or a draw. They're in red hot form at the moment, and no one really. When they're on a winning streak, they're on a winning streak. But only one team has beat us this season at the Emirates, and that is Chelsea, and we'd half a team out. I just hope Tomiyasu's fit and back from COVID. Well, back from COVID, basically. Which there's a good chance He could be. He could be. I'm not. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I think Pep will respect Arsenal a lot more this season. Obviously not in the first game. They beat us 5-0. But the team we had out that day was just abysmal. Kolasinac holding in defence. Fucking Leno in goal. We just had none of our players that Arteta has brought in playing. Not one. I don't know if Ben White was playing. I think he had COVID. I'm not sure. Anyway, who do you think is going to finish in the top four? I think it's still out of Arsenal and Spurs. Arsenal and Spuds. And the North London derby is possibly the biggest North London derby there has been in years. There's a lot riding on it. Because if Tottenham were to win with the games they've got in hand, they'll be in pole position. They could, who knows, if we were to lose to Manchester City, they would actually overtake us, and they would have 2 games in hand. They could possibly go 6 points clear of us. So, but, you know, I think they've got to go to Liverpool still. They've still got to go to... They've got to go to Old Trafford. Yeah, they've got to go to Old Trafford. They've got to go to Chelsea. They've got to play West Ham again. I think in top 6. And one more. Man City. They've got to go away to Man City. That's soon as well. It should be. So that's the first game of the season. So I should come around a bit soon. So they should have Man City soon as well. So, and like I said, I don't think Tottenham are strong on the road. And Arsenal were dodgy on the road, but we're sort of rectifying that now. So, who's your money on? It is one of the most fascinating. And I've got to have a mention of Leicester beating Liverpool last night. Oh my God. Now, we could say Liverpool's loss at West Ham was a blip. Hard place to go, full house. West Ham on fire. Deserved it, yeah? Then they draw with Tottenham. Mistake from Alisson, terrible. You know, Robinson puts them 2-1 up. Then that terrible shit goalkeeping. How much he cost? 50 million? 60 million? You don't expect that from Alisson. I don't think Alisson's been that wonderful this season at all. I don't think he's been one of the best keepers in the league. I think the 2 best keepers have been Mendy and Ramsdale. And the Wolves. And the Wolves keeper. Yeah. They've been the best 3 keepers. The best English keeper this season has been Aaron Ramsdale. Easily. But Edouard Mendy as well. Mendy and Ramsdale. And Arsenal are on course to break a clean sheet record of 13 clean sheets. Last time that was done was with Wenger. 13 clean sheets. We're on 11 already. So I doubt we'll keep one when we play Man City. But Nottingham Forest in the cup, then the Spuds away, which I'll be at. COVID Central. Anyway, 4th and up. I don't think we're going to catch Chelsea. I was hoping Villa would get a result and we'd drag them into it, but it looks now like Chelsea could overtake Liverpool and Liverpool be 3rd. Liverpool have fallen off. They're out there. If Man City win today, I think they're playing today. I'm not 100% sure. It's today or tomorrow. If Man City win the next game before Arsenal, I think the league's done. I don't think anyone 9-point lead, 8-point lead. I don't think they're going to catch. Liverpool won't catch them. Neither will Chelsea. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I know it's a long one, but it's an important subject. It is for me anyway. Come on, you Arsenal!